Hey there, happy Saturday, happy July 5th, and I hope you had a great Independence Day. I spent the day with my mom and my family. It's my mom's birthday, so that's always fun. And I do want to say, collectively, I know as a group, our hearts are with and our prayers are with the people who are affected by the floods in Central Texas and Kerrville and that whole area. It's just a horrible disaster. So, definitely our prayers are with those people affected by that. So, Liz, you know what? I didn't press record, did I?
I think you did. It said
I
this
did.
meeting.
You're right. All right. I've only had one cup of coffee this morning. That's the problem. Anyway, so I'm going to share my screen. We'll do some recognition today. And so, first of all, congratulations, Martha. She is our top seller for this month. Silver consultant, bronze, yeah, silver consultant. And she had $1,437 in sales. Congratulations, Martha. And congratulations to all of our achievers this month. We appreciate you. And next, let's happy birthday to Terry McFerrin. It was July 1st. Terry Miller was the 3rd. I know she's at the beach. Barbara McFadden is the 11th, upcoming on Friday, and Karen Hartman is the 21st. So happy birthday to all of those ladies. And yesterday, mm, mm, I'm assuming you saw. If not, we have a 4th of July color sale going on from the 4th to Monday the 7th, 55% off, as you see, of shadows, blushes, foundations, and the sponge set, buy one, get one free, as well as the brush set. Guys, all of you know those brushes are amazing. And it is Christmas in July, so it's not too early to start thinking about Christmas. And I've even broken these up, giving them as thank you gifts. Um, great opportunity there. And free shipping on orders of $99 and more. So let's see, is that it? All right, so we are going to move on now. Our next thing is that we received an email from the TruAura Business Center on Thursday, July 3rd at 5:09. And we definitely, if you have not read that email, go back and read that email. It's got all kinds of details in it. Sue and I are going to hit the high points today, things that you need to know now. But they're going to go into some more detail of things of as we go through there. So in that email, there were three attachments. The first attachment was not that one. It is a copy of the email that goes to your TLCs. There's also a copy of the new Loyalty Club brochure indicating all of the updates. And then lastly was a copy of the new compensation plan. This is your changes at a glance, and it's set up to reward growth effective July 1st. And let's see, the details will be in the resource library. This one is, like I said, just a two-page glance summary. There will be live training sessions where you'll be able to answer Q&A after you read this and kind of come up with some questions. The back office reporting, when you go to look at your numbers, this will be updated next week after our June close. And sorry about that. I think I messed up my share here. Okay, sorry about that. And anyway, so like I said, there'll be live training. We'll have the back office reporting. Thing that I felt was really key and exciting that pertains to all of us on this call is that the percentages you receive on your sales, the TLC earnings are the same as the retail earnings now. So where before, if you had $100 in TLC sales, you got 5%. Well, now you get 20%, just like you do on your retail clients. So that is a great upgrade. Also, as you get new customers enrolled, you will receive a new customer bonus. So, and then there are some other leadership bonuses as you go into growing your team. And like I said, all of that will be covered in details, and if you have any questions, you can ask me or Rick, etc., as we get more into that. The next thing that's going to happen is our technology fee, which is our replicated website, our virtual office, our back office, our CRM, where it keeps all of our clients, our beauty points, our share app, all of those things are covered, as well as, the credit card fees that we don't have to pay anymore because the company pays that. All of that is part of your tech fee. And right now, I think the majority of us are on monthly payments. Well, monthly payments are now converted into quarterly payments. So you will be charged quarterly beginning Monday. So Monday, either the 7th, 8th, or 9th. They had a 3-day span, but they're going to start Monday doing the quarterly fee of $54, which comes out to $18 a month. Now, if you're on an annual plan, it's $191, which is $15.95 a month. If you're on that, you're not going to see anything change. If you want to change to that, call the
Recording in
business
progress.
center and let them know. And hey, Judy. And then, anyway, so that's going to happen if your card doesn't charge for whatever reason. If there's an issue and it's not resolved by the 15th, then you will automatically be converted to a retail client. So be sure of, and another exciting thing about that, how most of us are charged monthly and we're probably not at the end of our month because I know mine charges on the 19th. And because of that, they are going to send us a day treatment in our next order. That's a $74 of product. So I'm excited about that because I'm out of day treatment. Anyway, so the next update is a TLC update. Um, it has a new annual fee of $65, and Sue's going to go into this a little bit more detail and give us some wording and things of how to talk to our clients about this. So far, this is for the majority. It's been well received, and they still continue with their 15% off. You know what? I'm gonna share something here while I'm talking instead of you guys looking at me. There we go. So they're still gonna get their 15% off plus the double dipping when they have a sale, free shipping on their orders of 120 or more, flat rate of $5 if it goes below 120. They now receive $20 for their birthday month beauty points. They will receive two free products if they have 4 doorstep deliveries, and 3 free products if they have the 6, which is the day. And when you total it up, the total value is like 184 for the 90-day people that get 4 shipments of a year. They're still receiving $119 in benefits. Those who do the every 90 days, 60 days are actually getting $201 in benefits, and that's after their $65 fee. And current TLCs will receive a free brightening serum, which that's a $79 product. Their cost is $67.15, but it is still basically an $80 product that they will receive in their next doorstep delivery. So the important thing you need to know is that this fee will be charged on their card beginning Friday, July 11th. I mean, it's like Amazon Prime, Costco shipped, all of those things. They can opt out by canceling their TLC doorstep delivery membership either themselves via us or consult as their consultant, or they can contact the business center. If for whatever reason their card can't be charged, or if for whatever reason they get charged and they said, I really don't want this, they will be refunded immediately. So anyway, those are the things that I really need to know on the updates, again, read that email. It went out Thursday at 5:09 from the business center, and it's got all the details in it. And Sue, I think you are going to give us some great things that you've been sharing on the TLC and how well it's been received with your clients.
Okay. And I'd also like to just back up a little bit too on why it is that we are doing what it is we're doing. First of all, for us to stay a company, there are some adjustments that I do agree need to be made. And so I am in support of these. Change is not comfortable, and I'm one of the first ones to tell you that I wasn't happy, but I did go through what it is they're offering, and I do think they're being very fair and reasonable. TLCs never looked any better. TLC is where the sweet spot is, and they have increased the benefits to the TLCs. And to my knowledge, there is no company, either direct sale cosmetic or coffee or supplements or anything, that double dip discounts. So this has not changed, but always 15%. And then they also get to take advantage of the sale. So let's look at the makeup sale. The makeup sale is 55% off. So let's just, yeah, today's the 5th, right? Is today the 5th? Okay, so they will be privileged probably to the 50% and then the 15% off. And that's equivalent to almost a 65% discount. That is unheard of. Um, any company, and those of you all that have been on the call with me before, you've always heard me tout how generous that discount is. Because I just tried to go to my energy bit and my coffee company, both of which are having a 25% sale. I get a 15% or maybe a 10%, and I can't order that 25% discounted product at that price. So that's a win-win. Most skincare companies, and Jill, the company I was trying to remember was Rodan Fields. Rodan Fields, as of 7 years ago, charged $25 or $30 for a membership. I think it's gone up. So I've texted. Unfortunately, I have a sister-in-law that uses their skincare, or fortunately, but she does order my makeup. She got on early on with Rodan Fields, but they do charge a fee, and I don't know what it is. The 65 annual, for everything I believe that is included, is very lucrative. And I have tried, or no, I have reached out to several of my TLCs, and I just basically told them, as Jill said, that we now have an annual fee. It's $65, and that they also will receive the $80 skin brightening serum. So I also let them know that we had perks added, which they'll get $20 on their birthday month, because most of my TLCs do participate in the beauty points. So they get them various ways, but one now is 20 beauty points um, per year on their birthday, along with their orders and everything. I had a TLC just cash in $80 on her TLC order in free perks. So she was interested. Now, I will tell you that the conversations have gone well with the people that I have reached out to. One of my TLCs said to me, I wondered how long that was going to go on for, um, the sale, where they get the sale and the 15%. And that was one of the first things she asked me. She said, will I still be able to continue to get the discount on top of the TLC? And I said, absolutely. I said, we had to trade one thing for the other to get it balanced. And honestly, if it was me, I would want the annual membership fee over not getting both sale discounts. So I know I'm kind of over talking this, but here's my conversation to most. Sharon, hope you're having a great 4th of July weekend. wanted to reach out, touch base, and just let you know of an update going on. And it's with the TLC membership. And just simply, we've added some perks. And we've also added a membership fee of $65 annual. This year, you will receive a free skin brightening if you choose and would like to continue as a courtesy and a thank you for being a TLC. I also told Sharon that we had to choose one or the other, and that was to continue to allow the double discounts with sales versus a small membership fee. And then I also let her know about the $20 additional and some other things. So you know what? Sharon was really okay with it. And then Rena, who I spoke to, said, well, I guess I'll just try it out for a year and see how it goes. So it's really kind of a no-brainer when they're already getting our top selling skin brightening product as a gift, and it compensates for the 65 annual membership fee. Also, I told Sharon, because she kind of listened to me really quietly, and I said, Sharon, if this is not for you, I completely understand. But I wanted to let you know because they will be processing, uh, what date is that go? On the 11th. And she's like, well, I really like the products and I really like the discount. And so she chose, and so far my calls have all gone pretty darn well. What I have found is just like us, we don't like change, and we certainly don't like another dollar spent. Um, and we don't over want to sell them on how great the 65 is, but honestly, it is. So, you know, your sister, your friend, most of anybody that's a TLC. So you can choose to have the conversation any way you would like to. But what I would encourage you is any TLCs you might have do deserve a courtesy phone call of just simply an update that you wanted to share. Um, so that's kind of what I'm doing right now, because that that will go through on July 11th. Then, as Jill mentioned, on July 8th, they will get an email. And also, as we have found, many people don't read their emails. I do, because I'm a business person like you all, but many people don't. So if you're on the call today, I'm pretty sure you check your emails, but many don't. So I would encourage you to just reach out, um, share with them the update and what is going on. And then, you know, um, if they don't want to be a TLC, that's okay too. But I honestly don't think you're going to have that problem. So far, I have not. Especially because they get our top selling vitamin C. They could try it out and they get $20 free in more beauty points. So TLC honestly is a very sweet spot. And also, I want to mention that I spoke with a consultant that joined to get the discount. She doesn't actively work TruAura or have clients. So we talked to her about maybe joining TLC. Um, TLC is a sweet spot, and I'm going to have conversations with many of my clients that order directly through me and just really encourage them to take advantage of the TLC for my clients, but also for any consultant that joined for one reason or another, but might want to be a TLC because it's pretty darn good. Let me just tell you, I have never been more confident in our TLC program than ever before. And if anyone needs help in understanding or explaining it to anyone, I'm happy to share as more. But as Jill said, I would really like you to read the documents because there's 3 docs. One are the TLC brochure, one is for consultants, and then the other one I believe is for leadership. So that's just how it is. Also, we didn't talk about this, but I would like to mention and encourage you to please look at the document on compensation because that has been adjusted and they have changed slash altered our compensation. Not by a lot, but enough to keep up in today's industry and world. So please look at that. Happy to answer any questions. Um, my task today is I'm going to reach out to my TLCs and just have the conversation that we've just said. Um, Also, anyone that does have consultants under them, you may want to reach out to them, or I will reach out and just let them know too. Because also, as Jill has said, our tech suite is now processed quarterly. It has gone up by a few dollars. Oh, and we get the new day, or not the new, but we get the day cream, which is an 80-ish retail product. So that's kind of like a no-brainer too. Um, let's see. All these documents too can be found in the resource library, and Rick will be hosting some things on the plan. But it's pretty simply laid out. It's also built on new business, and for us to continue in this business, we need new business. So we get compensated quite nicely by adding new business. Um, Jill, have I left out anything? Okay.
No, you covered it perfectly. Yes. And it's definitely there to reward growth and new business so we can keep growing our company.
Yeah, because we got to a point where the growth wasn't happening. We were declining a little in sales and profitability. And so he's had to either make some changes to keep us in a growth mode or, um, not have it here. So I believe our prices are more than fair in the marketplace because I have kept up with others. I've also looked at other people's compensation plan, and honestly, it aligns with this plan. The days of direct sale as we all knew it in the beauty control world are no more. Everybody has a version, well, I won't say everybody, but there's a lot of companies that have a version of direct sale and call themselves direct sale, but they more align with this program. Rodan Fields, for one, I know I couldn't remember the name earlier, um, and and the few others that are out there. So I'm excited for the growth. I'm happy to speak with anybody individually, um, and I'll turn it back over to Jill.
All right, thank you, Sue, very much. And yes, you mentioned, growing business, and we've all been in business forever, and we know we've always had the example of the leaky bucket. And I mean, that's just business. It's nothing a reflection of our product or anything. You customers come and go for various reasons, whether, they just don't have the money. They tried something else. They've whatever. Just like there's a Mexican restaurant here that we used to go through every Friday night. Well, we've decided to eat healthier. We don't go out as often, and so we don't go there every night. Nothing against them. We still love their food. We still go there, but we don't go every Friday night. So that's some revenue they lost. And the same thing happens in our business. So definitely. And a couple of things on the comment. First of all, Beth said congratulations to Martha on being top earner.
Yes.
Martha shared something with me yesterday. She went back to all of her TLCs and averaged just their retail costs and their shipping and how much they were saving on just their discount and their shipping. And her average for her TLCs was $148 is what they were saving. So definitely as we all know, TLC is the best value for your money. And if any of you did not receive the email or can't find it, reach out to TruAura and we will forward it to you. Okay. Um, anyway, I think that is all we have.
Okay, and now would be a good time if you do want to stock up because Shadow Blush, our liquid foundation, and three of our powders are 55 off. When the order is 99 retail, it's free ship. So if you need a cleanser or toner, I always like those free ship and try to add in a few other things. Um, so anyway,
Yep. And typically you don't have to purchase what's on sale to get the free ship. You just have to hit the minimum. So just remember, um, our quote for the month is this girl can. So you can do whatever you put your mind to. Thank you guys for joining. And again, like Sue said, reach out to either one of us for questions, or even Rick included his direct email in the email that you received. Have a great July, and we will talk to you soon.